Ridiculous Crime is a production of iHeartRadio.
Zaron.
What up, Elizabeth?
Come over here. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you? How you doing? You look
right.
good?
I'm
looking happy?
Hanging in there. Listen.
Yeah.
You know what's ridiculous?
Oh, girl, I'm glad you asked me because
I'm so glad I
know.
asked you to.
Now, this is ridiculous, right?
Yes, it is. What is it?
American elections, like this one, it's ridiculous. It's not like painful or tragic. This is the Florida Senate District 15 special election.
Okay.
So the Florida Senate, like the local state Senate.
Sure.
Right? They have a District 15 special election on Tuesday, June 24th, right?
Right.
The people running are replacing a longtime state senator after she passed.
Okay.
The person who initially announced was named Randolph Bracey.
Yeah.
And then his leading opponent then announced, and it was his sister, LaVon Bracey. His sister decided to go against him.
Oh my God, I love it.
And then his mother was there. People were like, "Well, this has got to be breaking up the family." She's like, "No, I'm going to run my daughter's campaign." So his mother is running his sister's campaign to beat him in the election. No. It's awesome. And then he was like, since he announced first, when his sister announced, he was like, it was a little disappointing. It was a little hurtful.
Sure.
And people were like, well, why are you doing it? And they asked her, LaVon, the sister, she says, I'm not, running against any of them. I'm running for the people of Senate District 15.
Yeah.
So, and the mom was like, you can see why the mom supports her. And I think, she's I don't know who wins, but I think she's got the advantage because if people here in the local, like mom took her, I'm like, come on now.
Yeah, your mom sides with you.
How crazy is that?
They're like, the family hears he's running. It's like, we have to do everything we can to stop him.
We're going to team up to stop him.
Absolutely.
She was like, I don't know, if they had like a super PAC for the Florida State Senate, that's all the campaign ads would be about.
That's incredible. And you know what it is?
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Exactly. You know what else is ridiculous?
What?
Cons.
How so?
I don't know. This is Ridiculous Crime, a podcast about absurd and outrageous capers, heists, and cons. It's always 99% murder-free and 100% ridiculous.
I know you done heard that.
I done heard that so many times. We've really delved into the mind of the con artist before.
Yes.
And there's like a certain psychology that allows people to manipulate others. What I find really interesting, because I'm the one talking right now, is that there are certain blueprints, like classic structures for the cons, and they get used over and over and over again.
Oh, okay, yes. Like there's con tropes.
Yes, exactly. And so we talk about them in rather quick succession in like the grand scheme of things here, but it never ceases to amaze me the people who fall for the oldest scams in the book.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's where like the magnetic personality comes in, right? For the con artist.
Yeah, and they get you distracted from your reasonable mind.
Yes, because like the con artist overrides all logic and self-preservation in the mark in order for like the scheme to really kick in and work.
That momentary gain.
And people who are otherwise smart and savvy, they'll fall victim.
Totally. The smartest possible can fall victim.
And we've said it before that like a lot of wealthy and or powerful victims, they never come forward because they're embarrassed.
Totally.
And so that makes me wonder how many con stories are out there that we'll never know.
How many drops are in the ocean, Elizabeth?
Yes, that's a really good question. Thank you, Elizabeth, for asking that. The ones, they say they stay secret, they skirt the law. They've got to be going on right now. If you're out there...
I'm running 3-4 right now myself.
Same. And the situation that you're in mirrors the con stories we tell, get help.
Yeah, by the way, I'm not actually a Turkish shrimp merchant.
You're not?
So if you hear anyone asking about that, just to go with it.
I've been fronting your operation for so long. The problem is when a Turkish shrimp merchant comes to you, like it feels like you're in it and it feels unique to you.
Sure.
And like you tell yourself all these lies in order to have the good story and feel good about this Turkish shrimp merchant.
Yes, exactly.
Who's like dashing, comes in and is like...
just beguiling you.
Yeah. And so like, you see this on various advice subreddits. Like when people are so deep into a story, they don't get it.
Yeah.
Like someone posts about their partner or their spouse or like boyfriend, girlfriend. And they're like, oh, we have this great relationship except for just this one thing.
Is this like the art room?
And no, this isn't the iHeart. Okay. No, they'll say, oh, we had this great relationship. There's just one thing. And then they'll detail what sounds like an actual nightmare of being stuck with this total loser.
Totally.
So like a lot of times the poster finally sees the truth after having written everything out. Loud, like, I saw it in writing or I said it out loud. Others like have to have the red flags pointed to him. So like someone's like, my husband's really great except for the fact that he like pouts and refuses to eat whenever I make something he's not in the mood for dinner. And like, yeah, he controls the finances, so I can't buy other food. And, oh yeah, he also throws the food in the trash and kicks the doors. And then he's always like saying really rude things to me and calls me a stupid idiot. But we have a great relationship.
Other than that.
Yeah. So like those are the
other than the 3 times a day when I feed him.
Those are the kind of everyday people who fall for scams, whether they be financial or romantic.
It's the stories you tell yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not victim blaming here.
No.
And it's always easy to judge from the sidelines, because you don't know how you'll react.
We're all susceptible to this dynamic.
Completely. So anyway, I need to shift gears for a second, Zaron. Let's talk about Edwardian Britain.
That's quite the downshift.
Yeah, it is. I like to keep you on your toes.
Totally. And
Twinkle
buckled up.
Toes. Okay, so this was the period of time from the death of Queen Victoria in 1901 to like beginning of World War I.
Yeah, the beginning of the 1900s.
Yeah, a very short era, but it had these lasting effects, and like people are still captivated by
especially
the Edwardian
with the coats.
Well, it was all about conspicuous consumption and like crazy class stratification. So it's like got this glittering surface, but there's a rigid hierarchy. Outward respectability was a big thing. And so the newspapers at the time were filled with stories of like debutantes, extravagant weddings, heiresses coming into vast
worship
fortunes.
The wealthy.
Yes.
Look at their special children.
Look at them. And then all the middle class, like shopkeepers, bankers, they wanted in on it. Not that they could ever achieve it.
Like, I'm buying a suit.
Yeah, but they wanted to be in the orbit of it.
Totally.
So they would like fall all over themselves to cater to those whims, right? Because they wanted long-term patronage.
That makes sense.
You know, like they'll break me off.
They're looking for security.
Yeah. So meanwhile, there are women of means who did this very like careful dance of social maneuvering. And so they had the right clothes, their accent was correct, they had the family pedigree, and everything was networking.
Yeah.
So like the rich stuck together, and they'd cut each other a lot of slack. And so then into this world, a gal named Violet Charlesworth floated.
Wait, what was her name?
Violet Charlesworth.
You know that one of my best friends in life is named Charlesworth. I grew up across the street from a Charlesworth.
The Charlesworth family.
Yeah, and we used to talk about how rare that name is. Like, he has to be related to her.
He has to be, so we're going to have to do a deep dive on
my God. This one's for you, Jay.
This goes out to Jay. So she exploited the swells with this astonishing audacity.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, so Jay will be proud.
I love this for him.
So Violet, she was born May Charlesworth in 1884 in Stratfordshire, England.
Okay.
She had 3 older siblings, her mom, Miriam, her dad, David. He was an insurance agent. They had a modest, like, lower middle class lifestyle.
Is he like a merchant style or a little lower than that?
He's insurance, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, so just like everyday kind of stuff.
Sure.
But then here's the problem with this whole thing. For every fact, there are like alternate facts that get finding the truth in this is difficult on stupid stuff like what's her dad's name?
Yeah.
What did he do?
It's Richard. Well, it's Richard. It's David.
Yeah, and some of them
Marcus.
it's like he was Richard and he was a tailor. Yeah. No, he was David, the insurance guy.
He was Taylor, the insurance guy.
And he was like, Violet's early years, totally average for just a working class kid.
Okay.
By her teenage years, she was known locally for her beauty. Like she had these really lovely dark eyes. She had an appealing figure.
Oh.
And she had a gift for conversation.
Oh, look at her.
She had it all. And so she and her mother, they were very, very close. She's the baby. And sometimes in like later press reports, they called it unwholesomely dependent.
Oh.
Yeah. So
so it's like kind of a Grey Gardens thing.
Yeah. Mrs. Charlesworth, she reinforced Violet's belief that she was destined for high society.
That's
you
important.
are worth more than this. Yeah. So in 1907, Violet, her mom, her dad, her 18-year-old sister Eileen, and then a chauffeur named Watts, who sometimes now people think that might have been Violet's husband.
Okay.
Yeah. rolled into a town called Rhyl on the north coast of Wales.
Okay.
It was like a pretty nice seaside resort town back then. As to the chauffeur, I couldn't find anything about this supposedly being the husband, aside from I found this book about like the history of Rhyl.
Okay.
And so there's just like a side note about, then Violet Charlesworth came rolling through here, and it's just in
no mention of her husband.
But I was like, oh, that's interesting. Anyway, so they're living at this manor house, Bod Eru.
Bod Eru.
Yeah, and so like I think you can actually stay there now.
Still a manor home out there?
Sure.
Okay.
But she they captivate everyone. She quickly becomes like this local fashion icon in town. And she tootled around in these super fancy cars, like the nicest ones of the day. She wore this really eye-catching red motor cloak.
A motor cloak.
A motor cloak. Why are we not all wearing motor cloaks?
I do like all the early cars being convertibles because they're coming out of coaches and wagons and stuff. And so they're like, oh, yeah, of course we'll save money by not putting a top on it.
Precisely.
Just like people are used to that.
Yeah. And so
it's like, you're going to need a motor coat.
A nice cloak. She always had her dogs in the car with her. She was just fun.
I bet she had a cool scarf game.
Oh, she must have.
For drives, yeah.
She must have. So Miriam and Violet, the mom and the daughter, they concocted this backstory that she would then use to infiltrate the upper class. So Violet's mom led people to believe that Violet was the goddaughter of General Gordon of Khartoum.
Oh, that sounds believable.
And everyone knew who he was. He'd been killed in action in 1885 while defending Khartoum from rebel Muslims in Sudan. So he served in Pembrokeshire early in his career, so it kind of made sense that he had like links to the area. So she has this famous godfather. And what's better, she had a 100,000 pound inheritance from him coming to her on her 25th birthday. That's like $14 million today.
Damn.
And we've seen this before. Like people will spot the con artist cash because they truly believe the con artist is about to come into some serious money. And the con has convinced the mark, look, I'm totally good for it. I'll pay you back double, maybe treble. Sometimes because, like, I'm so honorable. Yeah. I'm such a good person.
And I really appreciate you looking out for me now when I don't have it.
You're special to me because...
So I'll triple down when I do.
I don't know about you, but I don't lend money. Like, I'll give someone money and be pleasantly surprised when they pay it back. But I always assume I'm never going to see it again.
Do you tell them that?
No.
No, I mean, like, okay, so you lend them and you go through the act of lending.
Sure.
And you just think of it as like, oh, I just gave
like I have to be okay with parting with that amount permanently.
So you do kind of believe it'll come back, but you just don't expect it.
Most of the time I don't expect it.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting.
Like, otherwise, no dice. Like, if I can't afford to just let it go, then, like, forget it.
I just put the sharks on them. If they don't pay me back, the sharks are coming.
I'm going to be honest with you. People don't really ask me for money.
Oh, really?
Because they know I don't have any.
Yeah, you don't hang out with it, but I hang out with people who are poor, and they were like, "Hey, man,
no one asks me for money."
We take turns borrowing from each other.
So the people of Rhyl, though, they were fascinated by Violet. Everyone wanted to befriend this beautiful young heiress. So she starts up the con. Can you spot me? She has all these nice things: diamonds, cars, furs, this manor house. So they're like, you're good for it. And what a person to have owing you a favor.
Good point.
Heiress. So she collected money from like a number of suitors and dupes. And then she used like the gifts or the loans to speculate thousands of pounds on the stock exchange.
Okay.
And then she used that to purchase more of the trappings of her luxurious lifestyle.
Oh, I thought she was trying to make up the 14 mil.
She's basically, but then she props up her con. Like the richer she looks, the more she can take.
And you need a new fur.
And it was unusual at that time for a woman to invest in the stock market.
Oh, completely.
And one of the money guys...
Possibly illegal.
One of the money guys she worked with at the time said that she had a, quote, masculine grasp of business.
Meant as a compliment.
She had man hands. So one of her victims was a former neighbor from before she moved to Wales.
Okay.
This widow named Mrs. Smith.
Oh, widow. That sucks.
She loaned Violet 400 pounds, which was pretty much all the money she had in the world. Saved up over a lifetime. And Violet was like, look, the money's going to come back plus some. I just, got to turn 25.
Yeah, just hope nothing happens to me in my 24th year.
Exactly. Another victim was Dr. Edward Hughes Jones.
Okay.
And she
Dr. Jones.
She cozied up to him. They even became engaged to be married.
Ooh.
Yeah. He asked her for her hand before he knew about the 25-year-old.
He really did like her.
Yeah, he really did.
He really
liked
me.
her.
Yeah.
Smitten. They were like going together.
Totally going steady.
He liked her so much that he loaned her 5,000 pounds and she promised to pay it back as soon as she turned 25.
Oh, okay.
And then, like, today, that'd be like $500,000.
Oh, snap.
Like, sweetheart, can you loan me $500,000?
That's more than a loan.
Yeah, sure.
That's an investment.
Yeah. But then he watches her just spend the money in other funds like water. The average wage at the time was like £1 a week.
Oh, wow.
And Violet was spending 4,000 pounds a year.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
She's just reckless. So he called off the wedding.
I was going to say, people are going to find that offensive soon.
He's like, there's absolutely no way I'm like saddling with this.
Totally. You're going to waste all my money.
You're beautiful, but you're toxic. And so, but he's like, and P.S., you still got to pay me back. Like,
I want my cash back.
I want my cash. It should come as no surprise that she didn't pay him back.
No.
Had no intention to do so. She also extorted 10,000 pounds from a London stockbroker and, said, 10,000 pounds.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Now, is she using like new suitors
like
to get rid of old suitors? Like, tell him to go away.
She's like flitting around. She's not just in Wales. She goes to London, Liverpool. Yeah, so they don't know about each other.
Yeah, but if they do confront her, then she can have somebody who's
perhaps.
Like, how dare you, good sir?
Step away. The lady is mine. So over the next 3 years, like she expands dramatically. And she had this like really sophisticated system where she had letters from fake lawyers that said that her fortune would be released. And she had references from people that she'd already deceived and used those to dupe the next group, Ponzi style. She like would go to these local dances and charity teas and like reinforce this aura of status. Like, I have to go do all this charity work. Always around, always at the right places. One of the things she'd done was rent a country house near Inverness.
Okay. I've heard that's nice.
It's beautiful up there. The property is like, it was pure Highlands, Monarch of the Glen stuff, like tartan everything.
Wow.
She was absolutely gaga over Scotland, but like the like touristy version of Scotland.
Exactly.
She bought bagpipes.
Did you really?
Yeah, she's like, she wore a traditional Highland dress, and everyone's like, she had a player piano in the home.
What's that game where you run with a log and you try to flip it?
Caber tossing.
She's into that too.
She did caber tossing,
like,
but with giant hot dogs. She had this player piano and only played Scottish music on an endless loop in the house.
Wow,
like
that'll drive you
Flower
mad.
of Scotland stuck in your head 24/7.
Totally.
So about those documents,
I think they did that in Abu Ghraib. I mean, that's gonna.
Keep in mind that like at this time. Identity documents totally rare. Yeah. So and there are no credit scores.
Totally, yeah. It's hard to confirm.
In the 50s here.
You have to have somebody go, I know who they are.
Right. So a letter that had like respectable letterhead, real or forged,
pretty
that's
much
enough.
an ID. Yeah,
exactly.
Good for a credit line.
So by late 1908, her scheme is beginning to unravel.
Uh-oh.
Like merchants who'd been promised repayment after her birthday realized that like months had gone by and they're like, wait, when is this gal's birthday?
Yeah, I was just about to ask. Does anybody know?
At
Is there like
some point,
is there like a big calendar in town?
So people are finding out it's like 1909.
Oh.
January 1909 that she's going to turn 25. And so some of them took out writs for unpaid debts and like gossip starts to swirl in this upper middle class circles in Edinburgh, London, Liverpool. She's resourceful. She just moves on. But then like the volume of unpaid obligations reached a scale that was just like absolutely impossible to avoid.
Okay.
And so she's up against all this
like there's
mounting.
letters going to the home office, or I don't know what the home office, but whatever it is.
Whatever it is, and they're all, everyone's talking and pretty soon like someone's going to file suit.
Yeah, exactly.
So they have all this pressure. Violet and her mom are like, okay, we need to come up with a plan. They're desperate, but this is so crazy it just might work. Let's take a break.
Oh, no. I want to hear the plan.
Oh, you got to sit through some ads first.
Okay, well, I love ads. I'm in luck.
There are plenty.
There's plenty for me.
There are more than plenty.
Bring a spoon, Burnett.
When we come back, we're going to ask and answer the question, will Violet ever turn 25? Zaron.
Elizabeth.
Zaron. Okay. We're in the final days of December 1908.
Oh, and everyone's counting them down.
Violet Charlesworth.
About to be Christmas for everybody.
Oh, buddy.
Christmas too.
She's cornered. She's got this elaborate web of credit that's collapsing around her.
And is she preparing as cover, like a big party for herself? Because she should be excited.
No, she's just
She should be like doing a debutante ball. She should be planning like the biggest fete they've never seen.
You would think, but at this point, she's like trying to keep her head down.
Yeah, no, she's like buying tickets to the Americas.
Everyone who'd been charmed by her elegance, merchants and bankers, they're like, no, pay me.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be third in line.
And they're starting to get the real rumblings about court action, bankruptcy petitions. They're like following her from city to city as she's bouncing around. So she's creeping up on 1909, the year she's going to turn 25.
Mm-hmm.
In desperation, Violet, her mother, her sister, Eileen, and their chauffeur, Watts, a.k.a. potentially her actual husband or somebody, they all head up to Penminoir in this like village on the Welsh coast. It's known for its rugged cliffs, bracing sea air.
Okay.
They checked into the Penminoir Hotel on the pretext of like, we just want a quiet New Year's holiday.
Oh, nice. Good for them. Everybody deserves that. Yeah, get away.
Yeah.
Put your feet up.
It's just, chillax.
Forget about your
the term
creditors.
they used back then.
Chillax. I believe that actually is an Edwardian
Sometimes
term.
I like to use old-fashioned Edwardian terms.
Yeah, ye old terms.
Ye old chillaxations. I'm going to open a shop.
Ye old chillaxations.
Ye old chillaxations.
And libations.
And it's just always closed.
It's never, ever open. Like that popcorn, kettle corn shop.
The kettle corn shop. There's a kettle corn shop in Oakland.
Yeah, that's never open.
It's around the holidays I see it open.
Yeah, but
and it's open for like 2 hours on a couple days a week.
Why have a storefront for 4 days of business?
A lot of
year.
Store for kettle corn.
It's a wild.
I don't know.
Another front. I'm suspicious.
Yeah, I know. I'm suspicious of a lot
I'm like,
of
what
things.
mob son, fail son is this who gets to have a kettle corn business?
Yes, exactly. Let's go break in.
Yeah, that's
and then make an episode about her. Okay, so January 2nd, 1909. Violet got herself all dressed up for like a seaside walk.
Okay.
She's looking good. She had this gray walking suit on, like a dark hat pin. She had a pearl brooch. A brooch.
Loving this for her.
She was in a great mood.
Jay, your family can dress.
She was telling people, it's my birthday next week.
Yeah.
Hey.
Getting a new driving cloak.
And so she, Watts, and Eileen, the sister, they were like, let's go for a drive.
Oh.
Why not? Sounds fun.
Why not?
So they wanted to go to Colwyn Bay, but the day was absolutely gorgeous, so they just kept going all the way to Bangor.
Okay.
Sure, I don't know what that means.
It's like the old Bangor, like Bangor,
not Maine.
Yeah.
They did not go to Maine.
The old Bangor.
Old Bangor and MASH. So on the way back, Violet was like begging Watts, please let me drive. And he's like, well, you know what? You're almost the birthday girl. You go right ahead. And he's like, I'll sit next to you. Eileen, backseat. So they like tootled around all day, and then they decided to head back. And like about 9 o'clock that night, tragedy struck.
Oh no!
Zaron.
Gasp.
Zaron.
Yes.
Close your eyes.
Oh, tragedy! My eyes are closed.
I want you to picture it. It's January 2nd, 1909, a cold, dark night. You are a 16-year-old boy. You're out for a stroll in the countryside with your dog, a corgi named Kevin. Of course, it's the Welsh spelling, C-E-F-I-N.
What?
You've worked hard all day on your family's farm, and after dinner and a rest, you and Kevin want to take in the night air before you settle down for the night. You're a sensitive type, but you're strong, confident. You're wise beyond your years, and your dog is super smart. And when no one's around, he talks to you. As you crest a small rise, you see something in the distance. It's a woman in fancy clothes. She's obviously in distress. She runs up to you and breathlessly tells you there's been an accident. A car almost went off the cliff. She's on her way to the inn to go get help. You tell her to head over there and ask for your dad. He's having a pint with his mates. Tell him to come quick, you say. You and Kevin run toward where she said the accident happened. Your feet are swift on the ground. Kevin huffs along next to you, his little corgi legs pumping away. He calls up to you in excitement. How bad do you think it is? You tell him it must be very bad. It sounds like the car left the road at the point everyone around calls the Devil's Thumb. It's where a big jagged piece of rock spikes up between the roadway and the cliff. Below, the roiling Irish Sea. Very bad indeed, Kevin says. You both sprint on. You reach the roadway and spot the car. The windshield has been smashed out and lies cracked on the ground. It looked as if the driver lost control of the car and swerved toward a narrow opening in the boundary wall. It knocked part of the wall down, jumped through the gaps, and came to a rest about 18 inches from the edge of the cliff. On the ground by the edge of the road is a man in a chauffeur's outfit. You run to him. He's dazed, but not bleeding. You ask what happened, and he tells you he wasn't driving. The lady was. The one I saw, you ask him? No, he says, it was Violet. He tells you she was thrown from the car. The waves crash on the rocks below, but you see a flat outcropping. Wait here, you tell the man. Then you head for the cliff and begin to scramble down the slope. What are you doing? Whispers Kevin. I need to see if I can save the lady, you answer. What's that? The chauffeur asks you. Nothing, you say. Then you start down the precipice. The water there's only a foot or so deep, and there's a steep drop-off after that. You wade into the shallows and you look around. No body. You do find two things. There's one of those tartan Scottish caps, a tam o'shanter. And then there's a journal. You flip through the pages, reading by the dim light of a full moon. On the inside of the cover it says, Violet Charlesworth. The pages are in a neat script, notes about road trips made to places like Sheffield and Edinburgh. You hear someone call your name. It's your dad. He's returned with the other lady, the local police superintendent, and a doctor. Get up here, son, your father shouts. You scramble back up the rocks. Anything? The policeman asks you. You hand him the hat and the notebook. No sign of the lady, you tell him. He nods grimly. Kevin sits to the side of the scene, taking it all in. You sit on a low, smooth rock next to him. This whole thing is fishy, he tells you. Oh, that's for sure, you respond. That driver, he tells you, he was silent until everyone got here. Then he started that moaning again. I don't trust any of them, you tell him. Then the two of you sit silently and ponder the scene, looking out at the moonlight on the rough sea beyond, watching the good people of your town do the best to find the body of a woman taken all too soon. So Zaron,
oh, Kevin.
Zaron.
Yes.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin the corgi.
Dude, what a tragedy. On the eve of her birthday, where she's about to get great wealth, she's
Isn't
the
horrible?
only victim of a single car accident.
So sad.
Just the classic fell off the cliff.
We can't even have
into the night.
a casket.
It's just...
Why, God?
God, where is your dark sense of humor taking us?
Please, Kevin, tell me some answers here. So, Zaron, the initial story was that the car almost went over the cliff.
Yeah.
Violet gets thrown through the windshield into the water. Watts was also thrown
through the windshield.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
Is that she just burst through.
I thought she kind of like just skipped over the top.
Splash.
Just like that?
That's what it sounded like, Kevin told me. And then Watts, he fell through the windshield at the same time, but then he went thud.
Oh, he didn't float into the sky.
Yeah, he almost went into the water, but he managed to land on the edge of the cliff.
He gripped at the earth.
Yeah,
she didn't have that
by
foresight.
sheer willpower. And she's just light as a feather and breezy and just carried on the wind.
Whoops.
Eileen, safe in the backseat.
Yeah, she's locking it
Whatever.
down.
Yeah.
Gripping that leather.
Violet was presumed dead.
Okay.
Now they just had to find her body. So generally when there's this type of accident, the body washes up not too long after.
As I've learned, a couple days.
Yeah, a couple days at most. Hers didn't show up.
I thought sharks and crabs would have handled more.
Exactly. The press was on it.
Okay.
It wasn't even a week after the accident, and they were crying foul. So
good job, press.
The Carnarvon and Denbigh Herald, they brought the heat on January 8th.
For real?
Oh yeah, here's the headline: Mystery of the North Wales Coast. Lady's remarkable disappearance. Wild rumors, strange stories, fresh clues.
Yeah.
So good.
Fresh clues.
The very long article begins, quote, "It is difficult to know what to believe and what to write about the Penmaenmawr motoring mystery. The police offer no explanation of the disappearance of the young lady, and English journalists and photographers have visited the spot and played the part of amateur detectives to very little purpose. In fact, the more one penetrates into the affair, the more problematic the solution becomes. But let the story be related."
Oh, that's a preamble.
So I love they're bagging on journalists coming in from England and playing amateur sleuth, but then they go on and dedicate an incredible number of column inches to playing amateur sleuth and quoting the English papers in their amateur sleuthing.
Yeah, they're like, look, I'm going to amateur sleuth. Don't get in the way of my sleuthing.
We're all amateur sleuths, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Let go into it. Okay, so the paper details what's known about the accident. and how the family was informed and they were all upset and they left for home in Reel, but yet they didn't request a search of the water. They mentioned that a reporter from the Liverpool Post interviewed the doctor who said that Eileen and Watts were super upset but not really injured.
Okay.
And they try and go interview Violet's parents at the manor house in Reel, but they refuse to speak with anyone.
All right.
Most of the people they talked to and the reporter, him or herself, say the car didn't really look like it was in that bad of an accident. In fact, a family friend came and drove it home for them.
But they hit the front of the car enough to be thrown through the windshield.
Yes, but there's no damage.
It works.
Yeah.
And no commensurate damage. No. And the radiator suddenly works again fine.
Everyone just start it up, drive off. Vroom. Just missing a windshield or a windscreen, as they say.
True, right.
So there's a lot of speculation in the article about the body. Like, where is it? How in the world has it not turned up?
Yeah, you got to at least be willing to flip a car if you're going to pull this story.
And you were talking about how everything's a convertible, right? Mm-hmm. So they talk about how the cap was found, but it didn't add up because a woman out for a drive would securely pin such a hat to her head, it wouldn't fall off like that.
Totally.
Like, this is early CSI. They're going deep.
I like it.
And then here's the kicker. There's a section in the middle of the article with the subheading Financial Affairs. This is when we start to see it.
This is like a Wikipedia page.
Oh, I know. Quote, Thursday's Post adds that Miss Violet Charlesworth was to have been the defendant at the Reel County Court on the 15th of this month in an action for the recovery of a sum of £500 in which she was indebted, and that a leading tradesman in the south of England obtained judgment in the High Court against the missing young lady for the sum of £194. Inquiries by a correspondent of the Star show that during the last 12 months, Miss Violet Charlesworth incurred liabilities running into several thousands of pounds, and that quite recently a London tradesman obtained a judgment against her in the county court for a considerable sum. It goes on. They're talking about
quite a trail.
Yeah, and so they also say that one of the tradesmen got a telegram, 7:45 p.m. Miss Violet Gordon Charlesworth killed in motor accident near Conway on Saturday night. That's it.
That was a telegram?
Yeah, so they're like, sorry. And they're constantly just like summarizing what all these other papers say. So it's like, well, that's, it's not us that's doing this crazy sleuthing. It's them.
So they're all like pointing at the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
Like, they're the ones.
Yeah. So they talk about how like she leased a house, this big hall, and she paid all these people to come and decorate it, and she never paid any of them. So basically, she's in huge financial trouble. She also apparently had a big life insurance policy.
Oh, really?
But there were
she checked all the boxes.
Oh, yeah. There were sightings of her all across England, into Scotland, Ireland.
Yeah, they always do that.
Oh, yeah.
We saw that with the disappearance of Agatha Christie.
Yes.
Everybody saw her.
This is similar, but like no one was buying the story. Everything was hinky. Kevin the Corgi, totally correct.
Kevin knew.
In London, Edinburgh, Liverpool, her creditors are like stunned by this because like some were thinking, well, maybe the estate will pay the debts. Maybe
they're hoping. Yeah.
It'll come through. But like the smart people, they're like, this is all a big fraud. There were no clear witnesses.
She's in Baltimore or Philadelphia.
Yeah. The local constables, like, they saw where like the hat and the journal were found, and they're like, that's awfully convenient, like just to toss off the edge.
Totally.
It looked like it was placed there, like not really scattered about. Scotland Yard sent detectives to Wales.
Good for them.
And then there was a break in the case.
Uh-oh.
From a beautiful windswept town on the west coast of Scotland. Let's take a break, fill up on some ads, and when we return, we'll head to the Highlands. All right, Zaron.
Elizabeth.
Zaron.
I'm over here.
Hey, those ads were good, huh?
Oh, my God.
Bottomless.
Belly full.
Bottomless ads.
Totally.
So good.
All you can eat. All you can listen.
All you can take. January 9th, 1909. Yes. A telegraph arrived in Reel, Wales, from a village near Oban on the Scottish west coast.
Okay. I don't know where any of that is, but okay.
Seems like, to me, it seems like...
Can you describe it?
I'll get there. But the Scots, they're not going to be the ones to have the wool pulled over their eyes. Thank you very much.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So here's the Northern Daily Telegraph, January 18th, 1909. Quote, Miss Violet Charlesworth, the principal figure in the Welsh motor car mystery, is reported to have been discovered in Oban, the tracing of her whereabouts being due to the clever work of a Scottish policeman with true Sherlock Holmes instincts. He is stationed at Tomerbury, a remote fishing village with 1,500 inhabitants on the northeast coast of the Isle of Mull, which forms part of the county of Argyllshire, and is only accessible by steamer, a 4 hours run up the Sound of Mull from Oban. And the story of his essay in real detective work is told in the following letter received by Superintendent Ivor Davies of the Flintshire Police.
This is like a show you would watch.
It is 100%. I would watch the heck out of this show.
A detective in a fishing village in Western Scotland.
On the Isle of Mull?
Totally.
Like, please, BritBox, Acorn, get on this. I need this. So the letter goes on to detail that the cops saw this lady show up in the small village and rent a room at one of the hotels there. He'd read about the crash in Wales. He was suspicious. I think this is Violet. He told the guy who ran the hotel, keep an eye on her correspondence. The letter continues, quote, she engaged rooms at a farmhouse near this town and was to have taken possession of this the same week. While engaging these rooms, she asked the farmer's wife if she would be allowed to keep a St. Bernard dog. She left here yesterday for Oban without paying her bill, saying she'd be back on Saturday. The hotel keeper kept some of her luggage. When she arrived at this hotel, she signed her name in the visitor's book as Margaret MacLeod. After she left yesterday, the page was found to have been cut out of the visitor's book. From the description of this lady and the finding of the telegram in her bedroom, I am fully convinced this is the missing lady motorist.
Interesting.
Now, the telegram in her bedroom was addressed to Violet Charlesworth.
Way to go, detective.
Exactly. Lady motorist. I'm the lady host. The lady host who needs to keep her opinions to herself. I'll never let that review go.
I know you will not.
So anyway, lady host, lady motorist, and Dear Violet telegram. Okay, so Violet, she gets picked up at the Palace Hotel in Oban. So she's like, I want to rent a farmhouse on this island. It's beautiful. Can I have a St. Bernard?
I'll be staying at the Palace.
But then she's like, I'll be right back. And then she just goes and picks up, I don't know. But I need to talk about how much I love Oban.
Please. I've been curious about this Oban.
It is beautiful. They make fabulous whiskey there.
Oh.
It's the seafood capital of Scotland, Zaron.
Is it really?
It really is.
Huh.
In putting together my outline for this story, all my little bullet points, I went on a big Oban side quest. And it just made me want to go back.
I'm so happy for you.
I love it. If Scotland had more sunny days,
you would live there?
I'd move back in a heartbeat.
I bet.
It's really the only reason I left. I mean, I'm a California girl. I need sunshine. I go into seasonal affective disorder very easily. I wonder if they'll take me as an asylum seeker.
Well, they have those sun visors. You can just like hook up on the SAD.
I could.
Yeah.
I totally could. But I need like real sunlight.
Oh, you can't do the vitamin D.
Global warming.
Yeah, exactly. This stuff's moving. I don't think the sunlight's changing its latitudes, but whatever.
It might. Who's to say? Zaron, I'm not a scientist.
I'm not either.
I just leave it to the experts.
Yeah.
So Oban.
I just play one in my bedroom.
You're a bedroom scientist. Yikes.
What if I put this in that and I drink it?
And then attach the voltage.
No one can see me. I got to make a note in my journal.
My invisibility tinctures. Yeah, okay. So Oban. Violet, she's going by Miss Margaret MacLeod and Oban. The cops come to her. She sticks to her story.
Okay.
They're like, we found this telegram addressed to Violet in your room. She's like, I don't know what that's
Who's
about.
Violet?
Yeah, where am I? Where's my St. Bernard?
Yeah, I'm Maggie MacLeod.
Her sister and Watts, they go to Glasgow. I mean, because like, hello, why wouldn't you? And then they go up to Oban to verify that it's her. So Eileen sits with her, talks to her, then goes to the authorities and is like, that's not Violet. That's not my sister. Gasps go up across the land, Zaron.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And like,
no one thinks to question the one who's coming in to confirm it's her.
She's like, well, let me talk to her again. They go and have lunch. She comes back. She's like, it's not my sister.
Yeah, not at all.
They kept this up for a few days. Like, she and her sister, who she claimed not to know, went back to Glasgow. Then they go to Edinburgh together.
I really want to test this.
At each stop, she's harassed by journalists looking for a confession. Like, they get the rooms across the hall.
Yeah, they're just trailing them, right?
Oh, yeah. And they pointed out that Miss MacLeod, who claimed to be Scottish, had a Northern English accent. And like, she's like, whatever. She just kept up the route. She's like, that's not me. I don't know what you're talking about. She would constantly, no, it's not me. Then on January 23rd, the Liverpool Weekly Mercury.
The border is very porous, you know?
Liverpool Weekly Mercury ran this. Heading, confession.
Oh, yeah.
Quote, "It is no use my denying it any longer. I am Miss Violet Charlesworth. Of in these words, uttered to a special representative of the Daily Chronicle in Edinburgh, Miss Margaret MacLeod, Oban, and Tomerbury, finally threw up the game of bluff she's been playing with such superb assurance during the past few days. I suppose I may take it, Miss Violet," I said, "that the incident at Penbermar Point was invented in order that you might escape the liabilities which were pressing upon you." "Invented?" she exclaimed, raising her eyebrows in astonishment. "Nothing of the sort. Do you say that you were in the car when it started on the return journey from Bangor?" was my next question. "Of course I was. What my sister and Watts told you was perfectly true. It was a genuine accident." "Then how came you to disappear?"
With the going through the windshield part.
"When the accident happened, Watts pulled me from the seat. I was at the wheel, and then he slipped down the cliff. My sister, Eileen, as she has told you, opened the door and was thrown to the ground." "And what happened to you, Miss Violet?" I asked. "Ah, you would like to know, I dare say," she replied, with a playful nod of the head. "All I can tell you is that I got away from the scene of the accident without anyone knowing."
That's all you can tell
That's all.
me.
Yeah, so she goes on. She tells the reporter that she realized the crash was like a perfect cover to make a run for it.
Oh, okay. But she didn't go with the whole, like, I hit my head and have amnesia.
No. She's like, everything's collapsing around me. Why
I
not
might as well
slip
make
away?
a break.
And
New
she
me.
said she loved reading the coverage that she generated. She was so entertained by it. So her story didn't just take over the UK press.
Would you be entertained by that? I know you would never, like, fake your death and run away, but if you, let's say you did, do you think you would read the press? Would you be the type to be, like, tickled by that?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I think I might.
Yeah.
I might. How about you?
No, definitely not.
No.
I wouldn't. I think it would get in my head. I'd maybe have somebody like read it for me and tell me if they have anything key in there that's a giveaway. Like, oh no, they've got a very important bit of evidence. I'd have somebody monitoring it, but it wouldn't be me. I'd be like an actor not reading my reviews. I'm like, I got to do this again.
Yeah.
I need my confidence. I'm on the run.
The first day would bother me, and then I'd get used to it.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'd try to manage my head too much.
That's a good thing to do. I don't. There's no management.
You can't just.
No, we are without rudder.
Flock
up
of
here,
cats.
up top. So she's super entertained by the coverage.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over the globe because one paper said it was big news anywhere that people spoke English.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. But the perspective was a little different. So here's the Detroit Free Press in the US of A telling it as of February 7th.
Let's hear it, Detroit.
Headline, "England upset over one girl." "Whole country in hysterics as to Violet Charlesworth, the missing motorist. Newspaper hunt through Great Britain for her. Discovered in Scotland 17 days after she, quote, disappeared to escape creditors." And then here's the opening paragraph. London, February 6th. "If the myth of British phlegm had not been exploded long ago, the history of the first 18 days of January would go far toward doing it. During that time, the British press and people have devoted themselves with an enthusiasm bordering on the hysterical to the affairs of a young woman who ran away January 2nd to escape from her creditors and managed more or less to hide herself until January 19th.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're like, they don't have the sand over there.
Phlegm as in like calmness of temperament.
Yeah, so I was thinking, like the old four temperaments, like
meow.
They're not phlegmatic over
What
there.
a piece,
Totally.
right?
They're calling them hysterics, and I know what that means.
Yeah, at that time, they're like a bunch of ladies
bunch
over
of
there.
histrionics.
But you're also running the big headline, Detroit Free Press.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you gotta,
maybe look in the mirror, okay? Guys?
Everybody got to eat.
Think about that. So the papers covered absolutely every development. I do need to point out that someone got cheeky about that time and named a racehorse Violet Charlesworth,
yes.
which made for very interesting newspapers.com perusing.
That must have messed with you so hard.
Oh, well,
Some of the headlines, you're like, what
It was just like the betting lines of like 12 to 1. And I'm like, wait, what? Okay.
You're getting the headlines of like, you know, Violet Charlesworth on
and
the
then,
run
and all
Tewksbury.
these lists. So while waiting to go to trial, she made sure to stay in the spotlight.
Oh, good for her.
She gave interviews with national papers, Daily Mail.
Oh, hey.
Got paid to do it.
By the Daily Mail.
By the Daily Mail. She wrote a song about her faked death called Goodbye Girlie.
What?
and then had the lyrics printed in the paper.
Hell yes.
Right?
Eat your shorts, Unabomber. That's how you use a newspaper. Yeah. Print my song.
Zodiac never did that.
Yeah.
There was a stage show written about her, and then she debuted at the London Hippodrome playing herself.
Are you kidding me?
No.
She did the Jackie Robinson. I'll play myself. Yeah, only one person can be Violet Charlesworth.
She signed a silent movie deal in which she was going to play herself.
Yeah. Did Hitchcock agree to direct?
Yeah, he was right there.
Well, he was in the 20s in British film industry.
No, it wasn't him.
No.
Now people refer to her as an Edwardian influencer.
Really?
Yeah, because that was basically what she was doing.
So
meanwhile, the police investigation continues. They discovered that she owed a grand total of £12,000 to people from whom she'd borrowed money and another $12,000 in stock market liabilities.
Yikes.
And she was eventually declared bankrupt. I mean,
naturally.
Obvious.
Morally and physically.
Yeah. Her social currency was also running out. So she had terrible
She had any left?
She had terrible stage fright.
Oh.
And doing the play that's about her. And then she kept getting booed off stage by audiences night after night.
That would suck. Getting booed playing yourself.
She was not meant for
You're
the stage.
You're not good at being you.
She was not meant for the stage.
Not everyone is meant for the stage, Elizabeth.
I can see how that would give you stage fright if they're just constantly booing you.
Well, I think it would give you more than stage fright.
Who could play me better than me, dum-dums? And they're like,
anyone else?
Lame.
I mean, that's more than stage fright. That's like confirmation, stage confirmation. You don't belong here.
You're bad at you. February 1910, she and her mom appeared at Derby Police Court on 3 separate charges. Unlawfully incurring a certain debt and liability to Martha Smith, the widow Smith.
Oh, right. Good.
To the amount of £401.
Nice.
By means of fraud other than false pretenses. They got charged with obtaining by false pretenses in November 1908 the same sum of money from Martha Smith with intent to defraud. And then the last one, fraudulently conspiring to obtain from Martha Smith and Edward Hughes Jones, the doctor, the beau, certain large sums of money.
Okay.
So Miriam, the mom, was like, you know what? I was the one conned. Violet conned me.
The mom.
Her mom
flips on her.
Yeah, I think we now know the mom.
Yeah, I think we always knew.
Yeah, so there was a huge crowd.
Wasn't she the one who coached her on all this?
Oh, yeah, she came up with the whole
total
thing.
Stage mom, and then
I was convinced
I'm going to write the tell-all.
I thought she was getting that cartoon money.
Yeah,
man.
how did I know?
Come on. So there's this huge crowd there. They all want to get in, see the circus in the courtroom. Mrs. Charlesworth, she comes in dressed in black and wears a black bonnet.
Mourning the loss of her own life.
Yes, and the loss of her trust in her daughter who conned her. According to the papers, she seemed very distressed. She had to be assisted to her seat by a police matron. Violet was reported to be very pale and appeared to be ill, and she just cried the whole time. She wore a really big black hat, and kind of subdued green coat.
Of the fashion, of the big hats.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and then a white feather boa.
Wow.
Get it, girl.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
Yeah, you need a little flavor.
Do it, mama. And I guess they both were sick in some way. The mom's I have heart trouble. And
the stress.
Violet's I have the Sunday scaries. And, so February 23rd, verdict is in. The jury, 30 minutes of deliberation.
Oh, that's bad.
Found them both guilty of conspiracy and false pretenses.
Yeah, that's we just need enough time to go around the room.
Yeah, so the judge is guess what, Mom? I got your number. You were the mastermind. But also, Violet, you were a willing participant. So you're both terrible people.
Both on the line.
They get sentenced to 5 years penal servitude. Miriam, literally swooned. The police matron on hand had to tend to her, dab her brow and keep her from falling over.
She did the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Violet
fell out.
Violet sat there in a daze, completely still as the verdict was read and kind of staring off into the distance. And then she gets up to leave the courtroom and she sees her sister and gives a faint smile and then is escorted out. It kind of creeped everyone out. They later had their sentences reduced to 3 years. They tried to appeal. That got denied.
Okay.
They were sent to Aylesbury Prison, which is one of the few ones that was equipped to hold women for long sentences. The prison registers describe Violet as, quote, healthy, neat in person, reserved in manner.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, okay.
And that a prison inspector's report said that she, quote, bears her sentence with unusual calm, engages in no misconduct, but converses little with her fellow inmates. And a lot of people thought she was just relieved because it was so exhausting.
She's no longer getting booed every night.
Yeah, there's that too. So records show that she got out after serving 2 years, likely for like a good behavior.
Yeah, she's reserved.
And people don't really know what happened after that. So there are some reports that she went to live on the Isle of Man. Most say she went to Scotland to live out her days because she was so obsessed. But the UK genealogy service Find My Past, they believe that her mother Miriam died in Lancashire in 1920.
Okay.
And then they pulled a death record for a May Charlesworth in Stoke-on-Trent in 1957.
All right.
So her legacy does live on.
Yeah.
The spot where she crashed the car is now called Violet's Leap.
Wow.
There you go.
Cheeky.
Zaron, what's your ridiculous takeaway?
My friend Jay's family's crazy. That's wild.
Right?
You know, Jay, I had no idea you had it like that. No, I really enjoyed that. Also, it was you said earlier the Edwardian influencer, and I kind of like poo-pooed it at first, but I thought about it while you were telling the story, and I think you're spot on in terms of she really was like an early influencer, but like she would have been a huge star. She would have been able to have a TV show or some kind of streaming series or like a podcast that everybody talks about. You know, like call her Violet.
Well, she had all the right outfits.
Yeah, I'm saying. You said she was stylish.
Yeah.
You said, and she's well trained by her mother. So we see that Kardashian, like my mother's a celebrity and she trained me to do this lifestyle. Yeah. You know what I mean?
She's an Edwardian Kardashian.
Yeah, right. I think she would have been. Like, she's okay. The same way that Woody Allen is lucky that he was born when he was born.
Yeah.
She's unlucky that she was born when she was born. If she just had like another century.
Oh yeah,
huge. She might not have ever even had to do any of this getting caught stuff.
No, she would just marry
all this behavior would have been rewarded, and now we would all talk about her marrying one of the most richest people in the world.
Totally. Good point.
What's yours, Elizabeth? You see how I did that? It's all smooth like at the end.
That was really clever.
Yeah.
I didn't
see it coming.
No,
I know.
not
I could tell by your eyes.
I again go back to my thing about it's the same like blueprint every time. And so again, if someone's like, I'm going to come into an inheritance or like my stocks will realize at a certain time, don't believe them.
Yeah. I mean, if it's
stay out of other people's money too.
Definitely that. And also things that don't exist. Yeah. So if someone tells you it's about to happen,
it doesn't exist
yet.
exactly.
When it does exist, then you can do something about it. But until that point,
good point, Zaron.
Doesn't exist.
I like that.
I'm a simple man, Elizabeth.
I need a talk back. I'm so simple. I need a talk back.
Oh my God, did he just say that?
OMG.
Hey Zaron and Elizabeth, listening to the minor league episode, I couldn't help but remember the minor league team in my hometown, New Orleans. For a long time they were the Zephyrs, and they had 2 giant nutria as their mascots, but now they're the Baby Cakes, and they have the most scary, haunt you in your nightmares mascot. It's a king cake baby that looks like it drove around with Chewy the meth raccoon.
I was wondering when you said the baby cake. I'm like, wait, a king cake? But then,
I need a baby cake's like t-shirt or
totally.
hat. I love that.
Driving around. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's so good. Thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. That was brilliant.
Oh, I do need to mention, too, that we have a special award, a Ridiculous Crime Heroes Award.
Oh, right.
That we don't really ever give out.
Yeah.
But something that, we talk about the emails, right?
We do appreciate them.
And we
greatly.
We don't, no one answers them, but we do read them.
Totally.
And so Beth from Western Massachusetts.
Oh, yes.
Is a ridiculous crime hero.
Yes.
Because Beth started listening to the show a couple weeks ago and powered through, binge listened.
Yes.
All the way through. Like, I'm talking like 7-8 episodes a day.
Yeah, every day.
I don't know how I didn't annoy her.
Oh, I can't believe she could take that much of my voice. Yeah.
But she was loving it, and she gave us updates.
Like, Beth, are you my mother?
We got like 9 emails from Beth of these like daily updates, and it was we binged the emails.
We figured if she's gonna binge us, we should binge her.
It's so good.
It was awesome.
So Beth, we do read the emails.
We read all of your emails.
No one ever answers.
We read them aloud.
We do. All the emails that come in get read.
That's true.
They just don't get answered.
And they don't always get read aloud.
That's
we
true.
We read yours aloud to each other.
Oh my gosh, Beth, it was so much fun.
We started looking forward to them. We're like, oh, we got a new one.
Beth,
good job,
ridiculous
Beth.
crime hero.
There you are.
Let's see. That's it for today. You can find us online at ridiculouscrime.com. Did you know we just won the American Chemical Society's Garvin Olin Medal for the website?
I'm so proud.
It's for achievement in women in chemistry.
I can't wait to tell my mother.
Oh my God, she's going to be so excited.
Totally.
She loves coding.
She loves chemistry too. Yeah.
And everything.
She's always like,
metals.
You should learn to chemistry. I'm like, Mom, you mean learn to code? She's like, no, learn to chemistry.
The American Chemical Society's Garvin Olin Medal.
Yeah, I love that.
That's going on my resume.
Totally.
We're also at Ridiculous Crime on Blue Sky and Instagram. We're on YouTube at Ridiculous Crime Pod. Email ridiculouscrime@gmail.com, please. And then leave us a talkback. I think that's my most important part. I want to hit that the hardest. Leave a talkback.
Yeah.
Download the free iHeart app. Do it. Reach out. Ridiculous Crime is hosted by Elizabeth Dutton and Zaron Burnett. Produced and edited by Prince of Wales and Dolphins, Dave Koustin. Starring Annalise Rutger as Judith. Research is by mysterious heiress Marissa Brown. The theme song is by duped, love-struck Welshman Thomas Lee and Travis Dutton. Post wardrobe is provided by Botany 500. Guest hair and makeup by Sparkleshot and Mr. Andre. Executive producers are Ben Bollinsworth and Noel Brownsworth.
Ridiculous crime.
Say it one more time.
Ridiculous crime.
Ridiculous Crime is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.